It looks like our homeboy Drake is not leaving the timeline drama anytime soon. And honestly, at this point, how could he? Like, how do you jump from one messy situation straight into the next without even catching your breath? Drake's timeline is basically just a continuous soap opera at this point. Everybody knows Drake's been getting roasted all over the internet after that rap beef got way too personal. And let's just be real here. The general public thinks Kendrick Lamar won that battle. Not even much of an argument there. It got ugly, it got loud, and it ended with Kendrick grabbing a Grammy for his diss track, leaving Drake licking his wounds. After that embarrassment, you'd think Drake would be lying low for a while, right? Maybe chill, release a new album, with Party Next Door, and hope the internet moves on? Wrong. Before Drake could even enjoy a full week of peace, boom, he's getting dragged right back into the drama. And this time, it's not about rap. It's about tricking, about groupie culture, about Young Miami, or as she likes to be called, Carisha, airing out all his groupie business on a podcast for the whole world to hear. Yeah, it's messy. Carisha pulled up on Club Shay Shay podcast, and at first, it was all laughs and giggles, talking about Hollywood culture, tricking, relationships, that kind of thing. Then Drake's name came up, and oh boy, the vibe shifted fast. Young Miami started dropping bombs about how the tricking culture in Hollywood is not just a little side activity, it's the main event. According to her, from the very first. Date, some men will pull out all the stops just to impress and get with a woman. Bags, cars, jewelry, nothing is too big or too small when you're trying to flex. And Young Miami, of course, made it very clear she's no stranger to the game. She even joked about being willing to buy a man a car just to make sure he keeps tricking bigger and better. It's when she started talking about gifts that things got extra spicy. She casually mentioned she once asked a celebrity for all the gifts she bought him back, and fans immediately started trying to guess who it was. She laughed about it, but confirmed that yes, sometimes if the vibe shifts, she'll demand her stuff back. She even said it straight up, "Give me my expletive." I mean, the audacity. The confidence, you gotta love it, but back to the gift culture. Carisha explained that in the Hollywood and music industry scene, gifts aren't just thoughtful surprises, they're a currency. Men are expected to throw bags, shoes, and even cars at women just for breathing in the same vicinity. According to her, it's nothing for a man to buy a woman a Dior or a YSL bag right off the bat. In fact, she said that nowadays, luxury brands like Dior and LV are considered basic gifts, like entry-level starter packs for tricking. But when the conversation turned to the big names, she dropped the bomb about Drake. Young Miami revealed that Drake's starter pack, like his basic hello gift, is a Birkin bag. Not just any Birkin either. We're talking 20K plus starter packs. She even spilled that on their very first date. Drake gifted her a Crocodile Kelly bag, an ultra-rare, ultra-expensive designer bag that costs as much as a small house in some cities. Like, imagine showing up to dinner and casually receiving a Crocodile Kelly while you're waiting for your appetizers. The internet went crazy naturally. And honestly, it makes sense. Drake has been singing about loving women, spoiling women, and flexing his wealth for years. So hearing that he gifts exotic designer bags on first dates really isn't that shocking. But hearing how casually it happens? Wild. Young Miami didn't stop there either. She went on to reveal that Drake doesn't just buy bags on dates, he gifts Chanel bags to random women at strip clubs. Like full-on throwing designer bags out the way regular folks hand out party favors. She said security would pull up with Chanel bags alongside the champagne and cash, and he would pick a few women and just hand them out. And let's be real, you already know that wasn't happening out of the goodness of his heart. According to insider whispers and a few eyewitnesses, Drake would pick out the girls he wanted from the strip club, shower them with gifts, and well, you can connect the dots. It's giving professional groupie selection, not philanthropy. Now, you combine that with all the other weird vibes surrounding Drake, and it starts painting a pretty shady picture. It wasn't that long ago that people were side-eyeing Drake's friendship with Millie Bobby Brown when she was just 13 years old. She publicly said that Drake would text her advice about boys, and fans, rightfully, were creeped out by the whole situation. Like, why is a grown man texting a child about boys? Millie said in an interview. We just texted each other the other day, and he was like, I miss you so much, and I was like, I miss you more. Y'all, if that don't sound weird, I don't know what to tell you. Drake already had whispers following him about liking young girls. And now you add in the groupie behavior and it just don't look good. Young Miami casually dropping all. This tea about Drake's tricking ways at the strip clubs and gifting luxury bags like candy only fuels those rumors more. Because guess what? Groupies aren't always 25-plus bottle girls. They can be young, desperate, looking for a come-up. And if Drake's actively recruiting women like this, that raises some serious eyebrows. But back to Carisha. When she was asked directly about her relationship with Drake, she said she loves Drake so much. She gave him huge props for helping put City Girls on the map. After all, Drake featuring them on In My Feelings was their breakout moment. She talked about how genuine he was, how he flew her out, supported them, showed them love early in their careers, and while that's sweet and all, fans couldn't help but side-eye it. Like, was it genuine love, or was it a little more transactional? Especially considering her history with Diddy, and all the rumors about how she stayed around because of the money and gifts. It's fair for people to wonder if maybe the whole City Girl situation had a little groupie energy to it too. And the internet is buzzing. Some users are defending Drake, saying he's just generous and loves women. Others are dragging him, calling him a predator, saying he's been wild in these streets for years and it's finally catching up to him. One person said, "Every episode they gotta mention Drake for views. Is this the new norm?" Another user wasn't holding back, writing, "This is the entity that was getting paid $250K a month by Diddy. She's a prostitute that knew about a lot of abuses that went on, and people still put her on for interviews." Now, personally, I don't think it's right to name-call anybody. But it's not crazy to think that if you're that close to people like Diddy, you probably know more than you let on. Same goes for Drake. You can't be around that much mess and act like you've never seen anything shady. So what do y'all think? Is Young Miami telling the truth about Drake's groupie starter packs? Is Drake just a super generous dude who likes to spoil women? Or is there something way deeper and way darker going on behind the scenes? Personally, I think there's truth on both sides. Yeah, Drake probably does love gifting women crazy, expensive things. But when you add up all the rumors, the receipts, the shady texts, the weird relationships, the timing, it's clear that something just isn't adding up anymore. And honestly, Drake's been in the fire for so long now, maybe it's time to let his name rest for a minute. Maybe. But knowing Drake, and knowing how fast the internet moves, something tells me this isn't the last messy story we're going to hear about him. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you buying the groupie allegations, or do you think it's just clout chasing? 'Cause either way, it's a mess. Y'all, if that don't sound weird, I don't know what to tell you. Drake already had whispers following him about liking young girls, and now you add in the groupie behavior and it just don't look good. Young Miami casually dropping all. This tea about Drake's tricking ways at the strip clubs and gifting luxury bags like candy only fuels those rumors more. Because guess what? Groupies aren't always 25-plus bottle girls. They can be young, desperate, looking for a come-up. And if Drake's actively recruiting women like this, that raises some serious